Now, because we have some older battleships here, like the Weissenburg, which is still actually useful because it's a Palmbo class, I think. It might actually be the Bremen class instead. We can't go at top speed, obviously. And the enemy might just be running away again. Oh, there they are. The enemy is in fact not running away. They're actually going for a fight. Oh, and this is the first time we actually have a new modern destroyers fighting with us. I don't think all of them are the new modern destroyers, but actually that one is too. I'm just going to give you over to the AI. See what happens. Sorry. My god. I think this is probably a cruiser and not a battleship, because there are no battleships in this battle on the enemy side. It's a heavy cruiser with a 9.4-inch doubles. The stubby guns are really short. Over here we have a light cruiser with 7-inch guns. Interesting. Oh, there's another destroyer fleet over here. Ah, these were the old ones. I think. Well, I think the AI is losing us some destroyers. So it doesn't really know how to handle them. Rather, it doesn't really know how to use only the destroyers, but nothing else around it. Enemies throwing torpedoes their way, which is interesting. Bonk, that thing might be dead. It has 5 torpedoes just now. But at what? At these guys or at those guys? Something else is sunk. The amount of shells flying around is, again, very funny. It's entirely possible that I'm about to get torpedoed here. Because I do not know where those torpedoes actually went, if they went. If that's the torpedoes that are spotted over there or not. I think it probably is, but I don't know. Bonk. Fuck your smoke, shells don't care. Well, there's the destroyer again. Ah, I just immediately disconnect. I see. Maybe I should have actually paid attention to the fact that I was reconnecting, but oops. On the other hand, another destroyer has been sunk. That dude is already 16.8 kilometers away. I don't think it's going to get much further without getting absolutely bonked, because it's just been absolutely bonked. That's also an extremely light light cruiser. Why is it so narrow? Something's just been set on fire. Excuse me, I want you to bonk this guy. Excuse me, I want you to bonk him too. He is most likely to run away right now, because he's the most likely to be able to run away. And thus I want you to stop him. The Montpellier. Oh well. We've sunk 2 heavy cruisers, I think. Yes, we did. The rest tried to run away. We've sunk the only destroyer in the fleet as well, the Halligan. So they really are running out of destroyers now. The Alaska was a pair of cruisers that were built during World War II for the US Navy. The USS Alaska and USS Guam were designated as large cruisers CB, although many consider them the first realized battlecruiser project of the United States. Yes. Because they had 305mm guns. And honestly, the only reason that they were called large cruisers is because, fuck you. But oh well. Very good. Would you look at that? Somebody has decided to go to fight the Vulpes. In all of its glory. Led by a heavy cruiser, we have 4 light cruisers and 5 destroyers. Fighting the most heavily armed battlecruisers we own. These things are evil. And I've made them that way. And the reason I made them this way is because why not put 2 quad 17-inch turrets on a battlecruiser? It's funky. Look at these things. With their 6-inch secondaries. Now, first of all, we need to see the enemy, obviously. But with these 17-inch Mark IIs, hitting them is going to be not the problem. Now, where is the enemy? Southwest. We're already sailing towards it. Straight ahead. Quickly going to take some of these ships and group them together. Why are you not grouped with the other Vulpes? Actually, we only have 1 cruiser. The rest is all destroyers. Ah, I think... Oh, never mind. Don't run to fire. Please don't be a no-show. The enemy is miles away. Well, well, well. Well, all things considered, this is a pretty good-looking ship. You know? It's a bit of a shame that the only quad turret design that we have in the game is the British one that was used on the King George V class. But that is the only battleships that were actually using quad turret Cyro. So it does make sense why. If kind of come up. There they are. Very good. We have spotted the enemy, and I'm pretty sure that they are still sailing away from us. However, we're not going to let them. Our main gun range is 25.3 kilometers with high explosive. So, not quite in range yet. Not quite in range yet. Oh, come on. If they were sailing away from us at top speed, we would not be gaining on them. At all. And, honestly, I'm not sure if they are sailing away from us at top speed. Also depends on how they are grouped together in the fleet, I guess, because if they are grouped together with the heavy cruiser in one group, the heavy cruiser will slow them down considerably. These are the 3 light cruisers, that's for sure. Oh, we've just spotted a 4th ship. Another light cruiser. Another light cruiser. I think. Hang on a minute. Well... there's apparently something in that direction too. Which is funky. I don't know why there's something there, but there's apparently something there. Now, the destroyers are probably actually catching up with the enemy. Not so sure about the battle cruisers. I have the feeling that they're still exactly the same amount of distance away. Maybe they're even getting further away, slowly. They spotted me, apparently. Did they smoke up? Is that why I lost sight of them? They did. Interesting strategy. The most interesting part about it is that this one did not. Is this a different class of heavy cruiser? What are you? That's a different class of light cruiser. The enemy spotted my battlecruiser again, because their smoke ran out. We have identified the Manchester. It's a light cruiser, with 7.1-inch double turrets. Unfortunately, they're still way outside of my range, and I'm pretty sure that they're getting further away. Oh, something just... what just happened? Something got close enough to drop the speed to 5 times. That is the North Carolina. 7.5-inch triple turrets. Yeah, that's a different kind of... okay, they have a second class of heavy cruiser. A lighter one. Interesting. I can't tell whether or not we're closing or getting further away. I know that the destroyers are getting closer, that's for sure. And something is definitely on our left flank. But I don't know what. You, go on over and check. I wish to know what is there. I much prefer that, of course, I would not sacrifice a heavy cruiser, so I'm hoping not to lose this. Now, there shouldn't really be much there. Maybe a light cruiser. But it's probably the closest thing to us right now. Come on. Thank you very much. Now, the moment that they're forced to engage the destroyers, that's the moment when they will probably actually need to do something about us. We lost sight of one of the heavy cruiser. Oh, actually, no, of something. Well, the Vida is... there's something on a radar signal way back over yonder. I need to quickly restart the music. The good thing is that I have time for that, because it's not that we're going to suddenly be in battle.
We are going to have to act if we want to live in a different world.
The only problem is, I have the feeling that it's a while away. Yeah, it's about 30 kilometers that away. And I'm pretty sure that it's faster than this cruiser. What's your main gun range? 16 kilometers. They must be spotting the destroyers at some point, right? Oh, come on. Let me click on it. My god. This is a light cruiser. With a top speed of 36 knots. It's currently definitely not going now, because otherwise I would not be catching up. Not even close. How fast can this go? This is what's keeping them slow. Aha! It's a damaged destroyer fleet. That is split off from the main fleet. Oh, they are still miles in the distance. Getting a bit early for me taking that. Have a good night. I'm probably not going to continue for much longer either. But, yeah. The damage destroyer is probably keeping these to be relatively slow. But now I at least know what I'm in for here. And what might surprise me from the side. I'm not close enough yet for anything to do with the destroyers. Come on. What's your range? 18.2. If you spot the destroyers, you will actually shoot at them. The thing is, they haven't spotted the destroyers. They keep spotting the battlecruisers, but that is all. There you go. They spotted the destroyers, which means they will turn to attack. Which means they will inevitably get too close and get burned. More importantly, I wonder what's now happening with this destroyer fleet. Are they doing something about it? These are on low fuel. At least the leader is. So we have one on low fuel. And one heavily damaged. Interesting. Are they just continuing now? Did they just shoot at my destroyers once and that's it? That's weird. That is really, really weird. And my destroyers' guns are unfortunately only at 15.2 kilometers range as well. They are fairly big though, for destroyer. You know, 4.7 inches are decent. 5 inches would have been even nicer, but couldn't make that work. Well, the torpedoes are obviously in range already, but while they're sailing away from us, that's not going to help us. Ah, we're in range to fire our destroyer guns at the enemy light cruisers. And the light cruisers have decided to turn around and take the fight. This might get funky yet. They are in range. Barely, but in range. No thunderous roar of the 17 inches has been heard yet. More torpedoes are entering the water. One of them just blew up. There's the 17 inches. Firing the first salvo. As they are losing contact because they are in smoke again. Oh, there they are. Now, this is a lot of destroyers with lots and lots of 4.7 inch guns. Each one has 4 turrets, so there's a lot of stuff to hold to fight against. Also, every single one has 2 quad launchers, if I remember correctly. Well, this is actually one of the old ones. Bad example. $4,900 damage by a high explosive 17 incher. One shell hit. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't even what they aimed at. It's still not very happy though. The 6 inches can start firing at 17 kilometers. There are so many torpedoes in the water. The main fleet has entered the fight. We only have fairly limited amount of time left in this battle, which is unfortunate. Torpedo detonation. Well, the torpedo hits, but the torpedo detonation. But still good. The 4.7 inches are actually dealing damage to the light cruisers. And not just a little bit. Yeah. Extensive fire. The North Carolina has turned around and is fighting us. All of the destroyers, please smoke up. Now let me see, how close are you to your enemy fleet here? You are in gun range. Surprising, but a nice surprise. The Langley sinks due to extensive fire, so that's 2 cruisers dead. Now these 17 inches will probably not take any prisoners. If they hit. For a moment there I thought it blocked a 17-inch shell, but that's unlikely. Just that these have a lot of secondaries. Bonk. That's a 17-inch shell hit, and it's gone. Did this thing just eat a torpedo? Yes, yes it did. I actually think, like, multiple of them did. At least one of them did hit ate multiple. Now the good thing is we've already essentially gotten a good value out of this. The Wolverine has just spotted all of our destroyers. But the problem is, do we really care? Like, we saw that thing the whole time. The Wolverine, I mean. And honestly, all of our destroyers have a lot of guns. Probably just gonna burn that thing to the ground. The birdie stings due to structural damage that was over here. He's hidden and sunken. What was it again? Secondaries was alt and right click. Please focus only secondaries on the destroyer. That would be very good. Torpedo detonation. Very good. I don't believe it has any torpedoes left now. For fire or for reloading. 17 inches blaring. Now, until they actually hit a shell, the accuracy is not going to improve much. Still amazes me how ships can hit things that far away back in the day. I mean, yeah. Another destroyer has been sunk by our heavy cruiser. The enemy's still not turning in. They're still attempting to run away. And honestly, I respect it. This is not a fleet that they should be fighting. So it is the correct tactical decision. It's just a very annoying decision for me to fight against. Because it means that... Okay, that one's surrendered. This one I think has just been hit by a 17-incher? Or something? We're now actually pursuing a light cruiser in our destroyers. Because we just have so many destroyers here. It's just a line of destroyers running after him. I think the longest confirmed... the longest main battery hits was 28 kilometers. And that actually sunk an aircraft carrier. Ooh! That was nasty! I looked at that in the exact right moment. That was a 17.7-inch shell hitting and just evaporating that dude. And now this guy is in a very bad spot, broadside on to 4 battlecruisers running 17-inch main batteries. He's not going to get away with this. He's dead. I thought I actually would run out of time in this battle and not sink this main bit of the fleet, but no. They're gone. And the most interesting thing is, at the same time, these guys are gone. I think this is the last one left alive. And the Vidder has been following and shooting at them the whole time. And now he's run out of smoke. So the chance to hit is now at 72%. Bonk, flooding. It's over. actually sunk the entire battle fleet. Unless this thing somehow manages to not sink within the next 20 minutes. It was a no-show, but they showed up more than enough. If they had left their heavy cruiser to die, and not kept pace with it, they would have all survived. But instead, they're all dead. But I think this is probably going to be the last turn for today. I've been streaming for 6.5 hours. Instead, they're all dead. I mean, leave one... I understand seeing that come out of that model. It's so good. I suppose. But yeah, I understand the model of, you know, leave no one behind and stuff, but if they left that cruiser to die, they just wouldn't have died. The people of Sierra Leone. Portugal's new leader. Wait, what? Where are we sending something? Yes, please. Oh, but didn't work. Shame. They were talking about Portugal itself. So, Portugal, right here. I would have taken that in a heartbeat. Spain Salangi, Spain Salangi. They actually asked for peace a moment ago, and I denied them. Yeah. I'm blockading them by existing. Like, I want to point out a funny thing. The red circles are enemy minefields. The yellow circles are my minefields. Mallorca is within my minefield. Like, what are they gonna do? Oh. I'm actually gonna have to send some stuff into these minefields though. So otherwise I'm not gonna be clearing them nearly as fast as I want them to be cleared. Unfortunately, that means stuff will get hit by mines. At least a little bit. So unfortunately, the only port that we currently have in the area to resupply out of is the port of Spain. Which is a while away. So, while our ammo is fine, the fuel will start running out. Until we get something closer. Which, luckily enough, we will get something closer. Do they still use those kinds of mines in naval campaigns? Nowadays, no. No, they don't. For various reasons. Let's see. Can we actually... I need to move the fleet before I do that. How big's the port? Big. Interesting. So, I want to know. 22, 22... This fleet can take over that country on its own. That's hilarious. Hey look, the Falcons. But yeah, I'm gonna click end turn for the last time today. And we take over San Juan. Which is a more useful port than that one down there, with the port of Spain. But this was a good supply port for the beginning. The next target's gonna be Cuba, after we take over Panama. To get a port where we can actually repair our largest of ships. And then we will have an actual foothold in America. Why is it always Cuba threatening America, by the way? I just realized what we're doing here. It's always Cuba. Like... Cuban Missile Crisis and all, you know? I mean, I know that it's strategically well placed for that specifically, but still. That's just... funny. Funny how that happens. The war continues. Author resolve as we attack an unprotected port. Helena, Newark, Simpson, and Morris. I'm gonna do a mistake here and click auto resolve. Heavy damage on the Hansa, light damage on the Rowan. That's actually pretty decent. Sank a cruiser too. Could have sunk the entire fleet, but that would have taken a while. Not right now. Well, now we have San Juan. And suddenly... Actually, no, that the supply pod is still San Juan. And the minefield is shrunk. Surprise. Next time, which is going to be on Wednesday, we're going to attack Panama and Cuba. Because this one's got to go through. There's no way about it. The funky stuff is going to be down here. Because we're going to roll up Chile, Peru, and maybe Ecuador with one fleet. Maybe even the Galapagos Islands, because we can. I don't think sending that massive fleet over to Pearl Harbor is going to be worth it, but maybe we'll do it. Maybe. It's kind of out of nowhere. Because we can, yes. And honestly, America doesn't really have anything else. As far as I'm aware, they have a bit over here, but that's going to be easy to take. They have a tiny bit over here, and we're already attacking that. Unfortunately, their army turns out to be quite good. They have high army spending, they have lots of people. So we're going to have to do that through naval invasion, probably. But apart from that, America, they might have some island nations still in the... I mean, they do have some island nations in the Pacific. Like over here, you have Agana, tiny island, like a 19,000 ton port. Then you have Manila. That's actually a very big port, and I want to take it for myself in the Philippines. Also, this is a trade hub, so that's a lot of money. What else do they have over here? I don't think they do have anything over here. Although, have I mentioned that we actually have a way into America through Alaska as well, if we wanted to? We didn't end up needing it. We went up through another path, but we could have. You know? But this is going to be it for today. I should be back tomorrow with some gods from line, so let me quickly save. See who can raid today. And honestly, we are actually rapidly, or not rapidly, but we are approaching the end of the campaign because we're running out of enemies to fight, first of all. There's only, like, 4 countries left after we're done with America. Actually, Russia, Britain, Italy, America. Spain is there, but do we... I mean, Japan. Japan actually has a lot. I kind of forgot about them because they have almost the same color as Britain. Japan... They have some annoying territories to take here because they have such big ports in the same area. Like... Actually, they have fairly big, small ports here this time around. That's weird. Why are Japan so small? Are they struggling in research and stuff? Average. Humiliated. Okay. Maybe they are. Holy shit. Well. Yeah. Russia is gonna be very easy to run over because they're not... they are average in technology. But average doesn't mean anything, and they have 37 ships. We can just roll up the Navy over the North Fleet, over the North Sea here, take Northern Russia, and then take the 2 ports over here, and they're gone. Italy is going to be our biggest challenge, because they are very focused on just Italy. They have a bit of area down here, but that's not going to be the biggest issue, because they're all small ports. But the annoying part is going to be stuff like Sicily, where they have a port of 90,000 and 254,000, 445,000, and then the ports only get bigger from there. With Livorno and La Spezia being very big. And after we're done with those, well, the world's ours. Really? Like, Britain is not going to be that hard. They have a very, very big port in Scapa Flow, which is going to make all of the other areas annoying as well, because this is also Scotland, and this is belonging to... Actually, no, this is Shetland alone. So, yeah, Scotland's going to be annoying to take, the rest is... meh. It's usually one big port, one small port. Most of this is actually just one small ports. Southern England could be annoying. Yeah, it's going to be annoying. But we have the tonnage. We have the power. But anyway, let me tab out and raid somebody. Let me just quickly check who's live. Who is still live? Miss Seekers is currently playing Diablo 4. Well, let's go and say hello to them, I think. I don't really care about Diablo, but Miss Seekers is nice. Maybe a little bit too hyper for me at times, but it's nice to hang out with. I'm going to call it for today. Have a good night. Thank you very much for hanging out, and I do hope that you enjoyed it. Take care, and hope to see you again. Bye.